Speak your truth, but speak it slant. Welcome to Speak It Slant, humans. I am Terriann Walling, and I will be one of your hosts tonight.
Hello, and I'm Nikola Ragusa. I'm going to be the other co-host here. How you doing,
I'm great. How
Terriann?
are you?
Well, not too bad. I just came back from a big trip. This might be a little time dated, but just came back from Portland, Oregon. So
Nice.
after a day and a half of traveling and missing a train, I'm back here in
Wonderful. What's
Montreal.
your state of mind right now, would you say?
I would say I would say maybe it's a bit lucid, and because I'm like completely exhausted but not tired, if that makes sense. Maybe that's just how it is. And then just looking forward to talking about a little bit about poetry and about beauty.
Awesome. Nice. Yeah, that's our topic today is beauty. We're going to be talking about beauty and poetry. My state of being and existence,
Yes,
in
that's what I was going
case
to ask
you're
you. Yeah,
wondering,
sorry.
Nicola, is
Yeah, I was sort of, yeah.
sinisterness. I'm kind of in a sinister, dark mood today, and it's
Mm,
kind of ironic because tomorrow's Valentine's Day. So I'm supposed to be in a more happy mood, I guess. And I have pink hair right now, which makes me happy. Um, but yeah, so you might get like a little sinisterness from me today, people, and I hope you enjoy that or don't. That's okay with. So today we're going to be talking about a few different poems. I'm actually going to read some of my own poetry today. That was something I didn't do last time, and I regret it deeply. Um, so we're going to be talking about. I'm going to read two of my pieces. We're going to be reading a piece by Mike J. Dennis, who I've met on Instagram. He's fabulous. Person who's read some of my poetry online, actually, and his piece is called Gaze. There's an Emily Dickinson piece, and then Nicolai, do you want to talk about the piece that you chose?
yeah, I guess just kind of astounded that you picked another you picked a Dickinson piece. I love Dickinson. I've been reading a little bit about it and trying to do that, but I'm going to also do I'm going to try to add some Cohen to our day to our show today.
Yes. Nice. A little Leonard Cohen. We can never go wrong with
Yeah,
that. Um, so when we think about the idea of beauty, what was the first thing that pops to your mind, personally? Like just first thing.
like like I think it's just uh I get focused on it, whatever it could be. Like it's a focus, like this thing, if it's far away, something beautiful or something I hear, I'm just focused on that one element of it that gets me. So it just turns me into that. It just makes me feel focused.
That's
You don't want to
cool.
lose beauty. You don't want to lose beauty, so you have to focus on it and then take it until you lose that focus, and then it's over.
Yeah, it's funny
You?
because when I am in any state of any form of beauty, like architectural beauty, poetic beauty, artistic beauty,
Mm.
I cry. Like I can't even handle it. Like
Oh yeah,
I
me too.
I get so overwhelmed by the beauty that's surrounding me, especially if it's
Hmm.
uh, you know, paired with historical elements. Do you know what I mean? Like if there's like a heaviness in the air of humanity and things that have occurred, and then there's like this beautiful, um, you know, architectural building. Like I went to Turkey and I went to Ephesus, and I sat in this old library, and all I did was just bawl my eyeballs out, and I just couldn't even handle the beauty of it. It was just full body takeover. So beauty for people is different, right? So I don't think that we're really looking at like the superficial
Hmm.
beauty
Hmm.
of humans, I guess, maybe. But that's not where I'm personally going with it, like I'm thinking more of like being in the presence of absolute beauty, whatever that means. And I think that's what
Yeah,
we're going to think about.
exactly. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna think about. I think I'm leaning the same way too. It's like that with me with lyrics. I can't even if a single lyric hits me, I don't even finish the song. I'm stuck on that lyric, and then I just cry or break down, and I just can't handle it.
What's a lyric that you're really into?
Oh, a lot of Cohen again, like like there's a crack in everything, and then that's how the light gets in. Like that
That's
line is
beautiful.
like it's insane. It's insane.
Hmm.
Like that's like without even the music, it's like poetic, um, universal truth almost. Everything has a crack. Even the sun has a crack in itself on its surface, and it brings out light, but also potentially lets light seep in. It's like that with everything and everyone, and every single thing in the universe, and just it's like a crazy lyric that's almost could be like a biblical verse. I don't know, but like it's better than any biblical verse, but it's better than any biblical verse. But I like how you think about the beauty of stuff, and I think that's the magic of like some things like you were in that library. That's someone and some people all communicated together and made this beautiful thing together to be awe-inspiring. So it's like another vehicle besides language that implies beauty. It brings beauty forth is our ability to not just use language, but to use our physical strength and intelligence to make these beautiful, awe-inspiring things. I think that's beautiful in itself. We have these
Mhm.
great tools at their disposal, you
Also, like
know.
all of the work of humans to go into making these beautiful things and the stories behind it, right? I think is what I
Absolutely.
think is really cool. But you know what we should do is a pop poem.
Sure.
Why not? We'll do like a quick four-liner pop-up poem about beauty. Um,
Sure.
and then we'll just like move on to some poetry, okay? So let's you start. You want to start?
Okay, I'll start this time.
It's about beauty though. Be focused.
Mhm.
Don't thinking, you're thinking too much.
I'm not thinking at all, in fact.
Oh, that's perfect.
Oh.
That could be your first line. I'm not thinking at all, in fact.
Yeah. Uh, the field. Um, oh yeah, it's this one. The field. Um,
The field.
oh,
Come on.
yeah. I remember I got nervous last time about this. The
I know that's why
field.
I love it so much. It makes me really
Yeah.
happy. And I'm in a sinister
Uh,
mood, so I just love to see you squirm.
oh. Oh, you can see in the video. I encourage you to watch the video of this show first, so you can see my squirms.
And my
It's worth
evilness.
in your evilness. That's it. The field with ears listens.
That's good. Let's just go with that. The field with ears. Yeah, you were done. I'm
Yeah, I
like,
was done. I was
on with it,
done.
Nicola.
On with it.
The
Let's go.
field with ears listens to the sinister sound of fairies at play.
The fairies whisper something to the field.
It's about, oh God, that doesn't even make poetic sense. The fairies whisper something to the field, talking about the crack in existence where the light shines in.
Okay, okay,
Okay,
okay.
okay,
It's a
that's
good
not
one. It's a
bad.
good
Little
one.
snap, snap, snap.
Yeah,
I
snap,
was
snap,
trying to
snap.
put
It's
it together.
it's good though. I like it.
I don't hate our pop-up poems. I think they're
Neither do
wonderful.
I.
And also, I was reading this quote today by Andy Warhol, who I have issues with. I really do, but
Oh yeah.
yeah,
I saw
huge.
some of his works
Yeah,
in Portland. I was not happy.
no, but there's this quote that said, if you're an artist or a creative person, just keep creating, and let other people judge what you do while you create more. So, like, let's just do our thing, right? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
blabber on and have people listen or they don't. But I feel like we've gotten a good reception, so that's kind of cool. Okay, I'm gonna like bust in here and I'm gonna read a poem that I wrote
Oh, I
um,
love it.
when I was just like, oh, like I was just sitting by the river and wondering about this idea of beauty and what it actually means, right? Like, so what does it mean for me personally to capture beauty? Because that's what, like, we always want to capture beauty, right? We want it as our own. We want to take control of it, I guess, like as I don't know, a dominant species on this planet. It's apex predators that we are. We want to contain and old things, right? So I started to think about it. And so I'm going to read my piece. It doesn't have a title, but I'm going to start right now, okay? So, how does one capture beauty and hold it in a vase, bottling up each rose petal in solitary grace? How does one capture beauty, the shimmer on the sea, freezing up each flicker, dismissing its calm plea? I've tried to capture beauty. I hold it in my words, confine it on my paper, the meanings became blurred. One cannot capture beauty, it will cease to exist. When trapped in mundaneness, its essence can't persist. Its essence can't persist. So my main thing is that like this idea of beauty and capturing it, as soon as you capture it, um, you put it into a state of mundaneness. breaking it apart and causing it to not be beauty any longer is where my thoughts were in that poem. And I think about like the Romantic period poets. I don't know if you know a lot about them. Like
Not yet. I'm trying to get into it because of you.
like William Blake and Lord Byron and those people, right? But there was a like John Keats wrote this poem in the early 1800s, and it was called Ode to a Grecian Urn. And it was about this like a Grecian urn. He was looking at it, and on it was this painting of a human, a beautiful young human, right? And so he was questioning this idea. And I think Keats died quite young, actually. So he was kind of caught up in this idea of physical beauty connected with truth and beauty of humanity. And so it was like he discussed the idea that because this art piece was on this vase, that this beauty would then exist forever, right? Captured, but it's captured and trapped. So the beauty of this young person on this vase would never change. So in a way, like it's become infinite, but also trapped in a beautiful cage of, uh, longing, if that makes any sense.
Oh no, it makes a lot of sense. Like, yeah, there's that whole theme of longing. I think that's kind of what I love. Well, first of all, I liked your whole thing about exactly the trying to capture beauty. I think that's like,
Mm.
that's pretty like substantial in that whole step one of beauty, of capturing it is about grabbing its essence, grabbing its thing. We have that obsession of just having it, keeping it, and then making it last forever. But in reality, it's just going to break down. But then we should observe the breaking down as another form of beauty.
Oh, okay, yeah. Like
Because
that,
it
that's like
is
a whole, that's a different thing that nowadays I think we talk about this kind of idea of uh breaking things apart and putting them back together. Like we're kind of really obsessed with that. And T.S. Eliot, you actually were just reading The Wasteland.
second time over. I have to read a third time now so I can start remembering some of them. Because
Yeah, so
I remember I now write down the numbers.
I suggested to Nicola to read T.S. Eliot's The Wasteland, and it's really cool. Did you get the one that had like the subtitle, not subtitles, but like the notes that he had in the bottom, or just the poem itself? Just The Wasteland, not his other poems.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, I think so. I just have to check again.
So it starts with April is the cruelest month, right? That's the
Yeah,
beginning of
April
that
is the
poem.
cruelest month. Yeah.
Right. Like whipping rosebuds out of something, whatever it is, right? And like that was T.S. Eliot's idea is that the humans that we are now are just fragmented bits of reality after World
Yeah.
War One happened, right? And he's also a pretentious dickbag in certain ways, right? Because he's putting in a bunch of stuff that you wouldn't know unless you were highly educated. And so it's
For
and
a
even
banker that had a lot of free time.
well, right. And also there's like it's Latin in there, and then there's like all this um like it goes back to all these different things that people might not know, right? So he's kind of a pretentious asshole. But he says that we are us right now, Nicola, we are wasteland people living in a fragmented society of confusion, which I don't necessarily disagree with, but I think it's a really depressing kind of thought. And I'm an eternal optimist, which might be problematic, even though I'm
So
sinister,
yeah. Yeah,
you
although you're
know,
sinister and chaotic evil, yeah, it's all good.
sinister, chaotic, evil, and an eternal optimist. Look at my wings back there. You can't have wings without being
No.
you know,
Oh no, it's
actually,
true.
that's not true. Fairies are horrible, horrible creatures.
Oh, it's true. It's true. But I just wanted to just say, like, I think, and I might be wrong, but I think the whole breaking down of beauty and breaking down of anything and being in a wasteland, I
Mm,
think that's all about, I think the fallout of all of that and what it really is just longing. That's the fallout of breaking beauty and breaking it down. It's that it becomes longing, and then longing is just longing forever. Because that's
longing.
what it is. Longing is that. Longing is like always wanting to have something that you had in the past. And so does the universe. The universe wants it to be how it was at the very beginning and always stay that way so that it can just be harmonious and hot and all that stuff, all those good things. But that's like the exact same.
But that's about our existence, right? That's our problem with us dying.
Yeah.
We're scared. We're fucking horrified to die. And so we long for what we cannot continue to have. We long for the beauty that we see in those moments that we can't grasp. And like I said in that poem, we
Yeah.
make them in mundane and we ruin them and trap them if we don't actually just enjoy them in that moment, like a beautiful sunset or like a beautiful intellectual conversation. There's nothing better than that, to be honest with you. Like when you connect with people on that kind of level of beauty, it's like you want to get goosebumps.
Totally. And I think it's just I just think it's equally important as having the beauty and then longing for the past. I think it's so natural and just an incredible and just it being so horrible and not having what you have, but even that is beauty.
What's the opposite of beauty?
Nothing.
Nothingness?
Nothing. Everything is beautiful. Everything. Just like everything's a poem, everything is beautiful. Even if you don't have it anymore, then you have longing, which is a form of beauty. Longing is like one of those ones that you're like, I can't get what I want, but it's still it's
Oh,
there's
it is so
something.
beautiful. You can tap back into that, right? It's like that Noah Kahn song. It's like, I'll dream every night of a version of you that I might not have, but I did not lose, right?
Exactly. And that's
It's
what it
so
is.
fucking beautiful, Noah Kahn, with your
Because
beautiful
we
music.
never, yeah, because we never lose it. It's just we have that image, which is so normal to have this
For sure.
past. Yeah, it's just that. If we can embrace that, then we're happy in the wasteland. And then fuck T.S. Eliot because
Yeah,
there's
fuck
always a
T.S.
way out.
Eliot.
There's always a way out. There's always a way out, but we're always bombarded with such grimness and such things from our past that I think if we can not many people can do it, but if you can, an internal optimist or someone, I think we those are the last
I believe in
bastions of hope.
humanity. This is the thing. Like I actually love humans. And I've been robbed before. I've been harmed I've been harmed before. Like I'm not void of these kind of situations. Like I whatever, long stories, right? But I still believe that from the 3 times I've been robbed, I haven't been robbed like a million times kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So
Right.
if you look at the odds of that, people are always focusing on the lack of beauty in humanity when humanity is absolutely beautiful in its essence to me personally. But should we read another poem? What do you think?
Oh yeah, of course. And then maybe we can make another one. We can do another poem on the fly or
Oh, you're
whatever.
suggesting it, are you?
Oh, we did three last time. We did one
Pop-up
usually after
poem?
every.
Pop-up
Oh,
poem
pop-up
time?
poem. I thought it was poem on the fly or something like
Sure,
that. But
whatever.
pop-up poem was great. Oh,
Pop-up
we can do
poem,
both.
poem on the fly.
Poem on the fly, pop-up poem. I like yours better.
What that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Do we have to contain it?
Yeah, exactly.
Do
No,
we
we
have to
don't. We don't
contain
at
the
all.
title?
I never want to contain the
Stop
title. We
trying
should
to
have two
ruin
shirts.
beauty.
Yeah, exactly. We should have two shirts, one of
Okay,
each.
that's what it's gonna start. Stop trying to
Mhm.
control, stop trying to contain beauty. That's line
Oh,
one.
that's the first line. Okay. And we'll be, oh, but then you have to go first. Oh, fuck. Okay.
I
I have
did
to
go
go again.
first.
Yeah,
I
damn
went
it.
first. I said stop trying to contain beauty. That's line one. We're gonna do
Oh,
4 lines.
yes. Okay. And squirm again if you want to watch the show.
Look at you. You're
Um,
like,
could you just repeat it one more time
such a
for me?
scared little boy.
Oh, scared.
Oh.
Oh,
Ooh.
ugh.
Okay.
Okay.
Stop trying to contain beauty. Uh,
Beauty's escape is a murderous one.
Stop trying to contain beauty. Beauty's escape is a murderous one.
Mhm.
A sinister path through the corn maze.
A pit dwells in the
What?
corn maze.
What did you say?
I said a pit dwells in the corn
A
maze.
pit dwells in the corn maze. Like
Hmm.
a big hole is in this
I don't
magic
know.
corn
I don't
maze that we just
know.
made
I
up.
don't know. That's line four. So now we're done.
What? What happened? What's
Yeah.
in the pit? What's in the pit? Now my
Oh, see?
curiosity is
That's what
like,
a poem is, right?
I'm jumping into that
I've been
pit.
learning. I've been learning. I've been learning.
See, this is
Yeah,
the
you
problem
want to
with
jump in
me
the
is that I
pit.
literally would jump into that pit. If
Oh
it
yeah.
was in
I
a
would head
corn
dive.
maze, I'd be like, "Boo!" But you know what would be down in that pit? Really great things, like little creatures or
Maybe.
like, I don't
Maybe.
know, death,
Yeah, I think there'd be a lot of light, you
which isn't
know?
good, but
No, but whatever. It's
death
okay to
is
have a
just
little bit
one
of death.
option. There's
Yeah, just option one. Yeah.
many other options that are not death
Yeah.
in this
Multi-option
pit,
in the pit.
in the
Yeah.
corn
The
maze.
pit.
A pit.
Welcome to the pit. If you know that joke, please tell us in the comments and I will
I
give you a
don't. I'm
thousand.
just
Oh, you
laughing at
don't?
you.
Oh, you should know it. You watched the
Why
show.
the hell would I know that? Is
It's from
this what?
Harley Quinn. It's from Harley Quinn.
Which
Welcome to
one?
the pit. The season two. Welcome to the
Oh, the
pit.
cartoon version. I didn't like
Yes.
I got into it, but I mostly watch it when I'm like laying in bed and I'm just like, I love it. But I'm
Bane is
more
like a
into like
poet. Bane is a
Suicide
poet.
Squad, Harley Quinn, which everybody hates that show, but I absolutely love it.
Great shows,
You are
great
a
shows.
Suicide Squad fan. You should let us know. I've gotten in like intense arguments over fire pits about the fact that Suicide Squad's horrible. And I'm like, no, it's pretty fantastic. I really like Deadshot. I think he's amazing. Yeah, I think they did a great job. The Suicide Squad, the one that's like after Birds of Prey, is shit. I didn't like that one. It was too much. It was like, I think Pete, whatever his name is in it, like everyone just died
Oh
instantly and
yeah.
whatever. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
superheroes and supervillains. We've read one poem, Nicola. Okay,
Okay.
let's go.
Well, no, we made two. We made
We
two.
have
We
made
read
two
one,
poems.
and now
One
we're going to read
involves
another.
a magical bit. Okay, okay, so this is a poem called Gaze by Mike J. Dennis. He's on Instagram under Mike J. Dennis 5. So MikeJDennis 5. And he's fantastic. Like I met him online. He's a part of like this poetry support page that helps put poets out there for free. They're not like one of those crappy ones that's trying to make you pay money to get on there. They actually support poets. Um, so his is called Gaze. It is there's quite a few stanzas. It's got stanzas of four, but it's lovely. So are you ready? Are you ready to rumble?
Ready to rumble.
I like that voice, whatever that is.
Oh, my
It's
thing?
got a
Ready to
name.
rumble.
Is that it? Is that your name? What's your name? Is this my
What
voice?
is your name?
What is your name?
What is
Okay.
your favorite number?
13.
Ooh,
That's always been my favorite number
yeah.
because I always felt like everybody wishes it thinks it's bad luck, so it must have more luck, right?
Baloney.
What is your favorite number?
My favorite number. Ooh, maybe.
Do you not have a favorite number? Are
Yeah,
you
maybe
some
like,
kind of
oh,
alien
no.
freak?
Oh, yeah, I'm an alien. I am an alien freak. I think it's more around like zero, maybe. I like zero a lot. It's so good. But then I like,
Zero is your favorite number. I've never met a
but
person.
no, it's a
I
good
love
one.
it.
It's a good one because it's like forever. It's a circle. But I like eight a lot. Eight is
Well, it's
so
eternity
double
then.
zero. It's double zeros, you know?
Okay, cool, cool. I think most people like seven for some
Oh,
reason.
seven's baloney.
People
Seven's
are so
the cop
attracted to
out, the cop out of
seven.
seven. Because
Seven,
seven's
it's
this
so
because seven's like the
beautiful.
sexy number. Oh, it
Yeah, it's
looks so
like I'm
good.
seven.
No, you're not. Like, fuck off. I like two. I like an eight. Give me an eight any day
I
of the
like a
week.
good three once in a while.
Ooh, a good three.
And
Oh
why do we
boy.
only go up to 10? Oh no, I'm 13. Like no one has a favorite number more than 100 as far as I.
Oh, well, no, my real favorite number is like 4,000. I like 4,000 a lot
Why didn't you say that first then? Why did you go with
because I
zero?
really like it because eight trumps it.
Hmm.
Eight trumps it.
You got to pick a
Like,
number that other people do not really like, and then you get all the good coming at you.
oh yeah, I love them coming at you.
Good,
You don't
good,
get
like
coming
just
at you at three. You don't get any coming action with three.
yes. All right, I'm reading this poem.
That's a
Okay.
t-shirt.
Oh yeah, we're making t-shirts now.
We're
Just
gonna make a bunch. I'm working on it. We're gonna have like 10 of them.
yeah, they're just gonna say random crap that we talked about.
Yeah.
Okay, so Gaze by Mike J. Dennis.
Here we go.
I hope I do it justice, Mike. I lie back and gaze at the sky. My mind is ethereal bliss. Do you see it too? The way it points itself? Do you see it now? So crystal blue, so serene, as clear as a spring morn. Should it never leave? Or those vibrant evenings of raging red, gold, and orange, a battle, sorry, so fierce, so brave, fiery passion set ablaze. Do you see it now? Like my heart, mournful, gray, introvert, and somber, silently weeping for the sun must never see you cry. Aw, I get really into
Wow.
yeah, I'm not done. I look up now and my heart aglow for the skies in beautiful shades of evening, comforting like a sweet lullaby. Do you see it now? The rainbow spectrum glitter after the crashing storm of velvet hues of deepening colors. Can they even exist? Beyond the scope of our imagination, those ethereal skies, do you think? Stop for just a moment. Do you see it now? Apple blossoms and butterflies lost in your eyes. The heavens so full of wonder. They fill me with hope, those bounteous skies, and ignite the poet in me, a flame filled with romantic ideals lost somewhere. Do you see it now? Shipwrecked upon the sands of tedium and life's humdrum monotony. Now I know that someday when the world we know has gone, all cleaned and washed away, our stardust and these skies will remain. You will see our wishes pointed on it. Painted on it. Sorry, you will see our wishes painted on it. And that's the poem. Isn't it lovely? As I
Yeah,
was reading it, I was getting really like caught up in it. And I always like mess up the end of people's poems because I'm like, I don't want to mess up the end of people's poems. And so then I
mm,
always mess up the end of people's poems. So the last line is, you will
mm.
see our wishes painted on it. So I'm going to read that last stanza really quick, but in
Yeah, I
a,
was about to ask you that. Yeah, I was about I think it would be wise to like it's I don't say it often, but like that could be a repeatable poem in the
oh, it's
repeatable poem club.
absolutely
Like I would listen to
beautiful.
it. I would listen to it again. Like that's
Yeah.
how
Like
crazy it is. That's you've entered a club, Mike. Mike, right? Mike. Yeah, you've entered a
Mike,
special
that's his name.
club.
Oh, he's just when he read my poem, I just felt really honored because he just has this lovely voice and he's with it, right? Okay, so someday when the world we know has gone, all cleaned and washed away, our stardust and these skies will remain. You will see our wishes painted on it. So it's
That's
like this
very good.
beautiful idea of recognizing what we have right now. And do you see it now? Do you see it now? Because it's not going to be here. It's kind of like what we were talking about with beauty, right? And that the sky that we see right now, people were looking at it so long ago, looking at the beauty of it. So every time we look up at the sky and we see the stars and we see all the wishes that people made and all the love that was made underneath them and all the beauty that occurred, we kind of get that magic, you know? I
Completely.
think.
Yeah, I like how he brings it's almost like a chapter in a story, you know? Like
Mhm.
it's really programmatic and very like story like poems. I don't know what that means. I'm just making up that up like but it's just like paints this I don't know, it could be adapted to a screenplay and turned into a whole movie this entire thing, I think, because it has this all the right elements of like two people, three people, four people, you know,
Humanity,
or 13 people, you know, whatever, you
13
know.
people or 4,000 people
Or 4,000 people.
or
You know
zero
what I
people,
mean?
because
Or
that's a
zero,
number.
or zero, or eight. Yeah, it is a number. Zero is a number. Just like poem is everything's a poem. Everything is
Everything's a
zero.
poem.
No, but it's no. Bravo to Mike. That's I'm gonna have
Can
to.
I
You're gonna have
share
to
one of
send it
my
to me.
favorite lines from that poem? And I realize that I have the poem in front of me and you do not, but
I wrote no, but I wrote down what my favorite
also
line
he
is. I
has all
write it
these
down.
this beautiful imagery continuously of all these things like physical, but also fiery passions inside setup plays, right? And then do you see it now like my heart, mournful, gray, introvert and somber, silently weeping, for the sun must never see you cry. Like that just popped out to me because it's almost like there's something in that stanza that it's really he's letting us into something very vulnerable, and I applaud him for doing that because that's um wow, that's hard. That is hard to do that, right? Like to just say, here's me
Yeah, exactly. I wrote
in
two
this
lines.
beauty. Yeah.
Yeah, like I wrote, well, I believe lion gaze was a line in there somewhere, and I think that's quite substantial. I think lion gaze also crystal blue. He likes describing things so vividly,
Yeah.
like, and those
So
two
crystal
lines,
blue, so serene. Yeah.
yeah, so serene, yeah, exactly. That's a great line. I
I
thought that was
lie
like,
back and gaze is what he
yes,
says. So
that one.
that's
I
what
lie back and gaze. Yeah, I lie back and gaze. I
and I
missed the back part.
gaze.
That line is so good. It's so good. I was
It's
like,
we've talked about this before too, is like this, and we even did it last time when we were talking about like love or whatever, right? And we're talking about Shakespeare and saying like to be an observer, right? Not a predator or someone that has to
no.
take, but to
No, no
observe.
take to observe. Yep. That's exactly it. Like if we could do more like that about not taking away, but just observing,
Yeah.
dreaming, never take away from someone, I think. When you get that chance in life to have something being given you or have the option to take something to be with you and take it away, so to speak,
Oh,
that's like top of the line, you know?
yeah.
But if you can't do that, man, then it's like that's what Shakespeare is all about. It's all about just
Can I
standing there
can
in a
I
gaze.
say a couple lines of Emily Dickinson that really connects with this. That's just in my mind. I absolutely, everyone knows I love her. But so she says, whomever disenchants a single human soul by failure or irreverence is guilty of the whole. So do not disenchant. And that means like, and taking over their moment, taking over anything, like criticizing people and what they're doing in the moment, right? When they're really just in the moment of beauty, of their own beauty and their own becoming, right? Do not disenchant. It doesn't matter if you're doing it intentionally or unintentionally. You should be hypersensitive and hyper aware of disenchanting humans, right? Like people's dreams, dreamers, right? People that look into the stars, like gaze up into the stars, right? Like Mike is talking about, and seeing all of humanity's wishes and all their thoughts, I think,
Mm,
you know?
yeah,
Yeah.
totally. I think that's exactly it.
I
Yeah.
love this
Taylor's
topic.
that was a good one. It's one of the yeah, it's well, yeah,
You
it's
came up with
amazing.
this topic.
I sure did.
Yeah, because we weren't even
That's
certain. So I was like, what about sex and violence? People like,
I'm like, okay.
well, I mean, like, come on, that's
What
exciting.
about yeah, of
Not in
course.
a again, I'm a little sinister. So there was we thought about sex and violence. We thought about like what were some other like intimacy, right? But then Nicola's like, what about beauty? And I'm like, beauty is such a fucking amazing topic,
And it
right?
complements love. It complements love, and it complements the whole theme about well, not Valentine's Day, but just this respect of what comes along with love, comes
Yeah.
along with beauty. So yeah,
Yeah, to
yeah.
recognize a beauty, like to recognize beauty in something is maybe perhaps to love it, right? Um, and you a pure love, not like a, you know, a lustful kind of whatever love, but like a pure and real love for what you are viewing and seeing and feeling.
Mhm. I really like
Um,
that Dickinson line. Do not disenchant. That should be a t-shirt.
I was gonna get that tattooed on me, and then when I went to the tattoo artist, I just picked some random other Emily Dickinson tattoo, and I don't even remember it's on my leg, and I still have to look at it and read it. I'm like, hmm, I'm interested into why I did that, but I did. I still want to get whomever disenchants, but I got this other one, and I think it's like religious somehow. I'm not even religious, so it was how I do it. That's how I fly. I just get on a whim and do things randomly. So.
Whomever disenchants, that's what you said?
Whomever disenchants a single human soul by failure of irreverence is guilty of the whole. And there's a whole other stanza too. It's like as guileless as a bird or something like that. I can't remember it, but um it's amazing. Okay, I want to hear your Cohen poem because
And you still have one more of your poems
well,
too.
I do, yeah. Yeah, but we
Yeah,
are
yeah.
just
No, no, but I'll do
going.
mine. No, I'm not trying to switch it around. I'm just saying just to so I can remember.
Yeah, thank you. I do want to remember to do
Yeah.
my poetry because uh
Oh my gosh,
I
yeah, of
value my
course.
poetry and I value
Good.
myself and I should not leave it out. So
No,
um
never. Please don't. I'm gonna be sinister if that's the case,
sinister.
because that's it.
A sinister eye.
So this is yeah.
So
So
talk a
this is
little bit
from
about this piece
yeah.
that you
So
chose and why you
so
chose it,
this is
maybe.
yeah. So this is from Leonard Cohen's Book of Belonging. It's my last book out of his whole entire collection to kind of even out my collection about him because he's my first poet. He's my first poet that I've ever kind of listened to for my whole life, and he's a local um here in Montreal. And this is
Oh
actually
yeah,
his
because
book that
Nicola's in
he.
Montreal and I'm in
That's right.
Saskatoon. We're
Yes,
not
we
even in the
are.
same city.
No, but that's okay.
Very
See,
far apart.
anything can be done. It's amazing. So this is like during his it's really a book about he's done for over 20 years and he did in three Zen monasteries, one in Southern California, one in Los Angeles, no, four in fact, I think Los Angeles, Montreal, and Mumbai. And he in 20 years he was spent in these Zen centers there, completely not doing Zen things, completely being still the dark lonely stranger in that Tower of Song, and just um it's just a dazzling collection of his.
Oh,
And
I
he
freaking
also
love
has
him.
illustrations, and it's my honestly, I read it recently, and it's my favorite book, maybe top book ever of
Cool.
poems. And so
Awesome.
yeah, so this is a very short one. I think it's I think it's the most beautiful out of that. I actually read it. I read it over the break this past 5 days, the whole thing. And this one's about this one's called Sweet Time. And it's
Sweet
very
time.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And this is a very short poem. Okay. How sweet time feels when it's too late,
Hmm.
and you don't have to follow her swinging hips all the way into your dying imagination.
Uh,
And there's a beautiful illustration
how
on it too. With
sweet. Please go one more time. I want to
yeah, of
just
course, yeah, it's too
really
short.
feel it throughout
Exactly.
my body.
Yeah. How sweet time feels when it's too late, and you don't have to follow her swinging hips all the way into your dying imagination.
Oh,
It's one of his
it's
shortest
interesting
ones
that
in
he
here.
personified time as a like a female,
Yeah,
right?
everything is female, right? Everything.
Well, that's not
Creation is
true.
female. Creation is female.
It's well, the genderized stuff is kind of nonsensical,
No,
but
but I mean, it's like Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, Mother everything. It's the
hmm.
universe is a mother. The universe gave birth to everything and everyone.
But that's our
We have,
limited perspective and understanding of certain
well,
things.
that's our, yeah, that's our only our perspective, but it's a kind of a beautiful perspective if we could
I
have
don't
any.
mind it.
If we could have any, I would choose that one. If it was anything, like I couldn't, if there was a real logical explanation, I would accept that too.
Yeah,
But I think it's the most natural way of thinking. I just think that we do have to realize we're all
but you
from
don't have to
one in a way.
follow her swinging hips
Yeah,
into
that's
what's the last
amazing.
part into so the first two lines make sense. Let's kind of break it down. Okay,
And then
say the
yeah, yeah,
first
yeah, let's do it.
read the first two lines again. Now, this is good because he's a brilliant writer.
Yeah, there's something with it.
Um,
Yeah.
like he is like the epitome of um vulnerable God, like realism or something. I don't know. Like he's
Yeah.
vulnerable, he's realistic, and he really kind of like gets into your like worms into you somehow. Like and you're like
Oh, it's
this,
a
I
worm
connect.
completely.
Like I connect to Leonard Cohen somehow, a
Yeah,
man
exactly. Yeah.
from like a different
A
time. Do you know what I
human.
mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, yeah, totally.
yeah.
He's
So
just a
please, okay,
beautiful
that's
human. Yeah. Yeah, let's do it again. Okay. So how sweet time feels
okay, we'll stop
when
there.
it yeah, sure.
So just how sweet time feels. Okay, we got that. And then go ahead.
When it's too late.
When it's too late. That makes sense because we always long for what we don't have. We don't know what we have until it's kind of gone in ways. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
totally.
And that makes
Yeah,
sense. That's a
exactly.
trope, and we've been talking about that. So it's kind of like
Yeah, it's one of
somehow
those top
everything
tier.
seems better. Like even like you're on a road trip, right? And that road trip, it's like kind of horrific in ways, but somehow in your retrospect, you're like, I love road trips. Like as a Canadian, I love road trips, but I know that there's a lot of stuff that goes with, especially when you're driving for like 14 hours or something. Do you know what I mean? And so it's like in retrospect, it's beautiful. And I long for that road trip when really it was kind of hellish in certain ways. So is beauty, well, this is something
Almost sinister
well,
sometimes.
this is what I was going to ask you about. And I think this is what Keats was getting to if we go back to Ode to the Grecian Urn kind of thing, is that like, are we only capable of recognizing beauty and truth when we see it from the peripheral or from the back, from retrospectively? Like, can we not actually be in a moment of beauty?
Hmm.
Because that's really interesting if we cannot,
Hmm.
right? It's more beautiful when you think about it later on in your memories. And
That's
that's why
that's
memories
true.
is so valuable. Like so, like I don't know. It's
That's the
just
magic of memories. That's the magic of memories.
yeah,
And
they can be
our brain
whatever.
takes time. Yeah, and our brain takes time. And, it's true. Like they even measure those in brainwave scans and stuff like that. It's like we take our current moment and it takes us hours, if not days, if not years, to reinterpret it the way we really kind of actually saw it.
But we probably didn't even.
And we didn't even, but our brain does this wonderful thing that makes it improvises it. It fills in the blanks with our own things, our own memory, our own false memories, but makes it almost beautiful, more beautiful somehow. It
Yeah,
took
it's the
nature and did
beauty
something else.
in the not actually knowing what is real and what is
Yeah,
not.
sure.
Right. That's why when
Exactly.
I get upset when people are like, I don't believe in fairies and blow, and I'm like, who fine, who cares? Like, like if people believe in fairies and it makes them feel happy and like we have no real understanding of whatever actually truly exists. Like
Yeah,
science is always
gnomes. Yeah.
disproving itself. Like I'm not going to get into conspiracy theories. That's not my drive, but I do think that I don't know anything. And because I don't know anything, I can't say that those other things don't exist. Do you know what I'm
Oh
saying?
no, absolutely. It's not, yeah, and we shouldn't be, yeah, and it's not about that anyways. Like to believe something or not, and then to believe something and then say this other thing isn't. Like, no, there's no
Mhm.
connection between the two. Just stick with your beliefs. It's okay, but let other people have their own beliefs. We all observe things a lot differently.
As long as you're not
Oh, yeah.
harming people with those beliefs,
No, exactly,
right?
exactly. Yeah.
Okay, please.
And
Okay, we got
this,
the
yeah,
first
the
two
second
lines.
stanza, yeah.
It's about,
Uh, yeah.
that makes sense. And then let's do the last two lines.
Oh, yeah, the last two, yeah. And you don't have to follow her swinging hips. That's a Cohen thing. He loves bringing that and bringing this longing again that he has about his past loves and all these things
Oh,
like
because
that. I
that's what, like,
feel,
honestly, like,
but it's he
I
says it in
like
the
it.
most beautiful ways because it's not obscene, it's not grotesque. It's just this. He speaks about longing and love like a river or something. It's so flowing and it's never like intense anytime. It's just intense in the most um no, beautiful way.
So what he's
Hence the
saying though is
title.
that, like, you, in the end, you don't have to follow time's swinging hips. And then what's the last line again?
And then the very last line is all the way into your dying imagination.
Oh, fuck. That's so sad
Right? Yeah,
though,
right. No, but
right?
so
Because it's
good,
like,
but so good.
I knew
It's
I
sad.
don't want a dying imagination.
Mm.
I think there's way more to that poem that I have not actually grasped at this moment. I have to like really sit. I'm going to think about this all goddamn night because this
Yes,
is what I
yes.
do.
That's what he
I
that's
will
what he
not be able
does.
to sleep because now I have this four lines in my head.
That was my sinister way.
Grr. Oh, you're getting me back,
Yes.
are you?
That was I knew it. I knew that was the one, in fact. I thought, maybe she'll be sinister today. What should I pull out of my pocket? Anything from
You,
Leonard Cohen.
sir,
Anything from Leonard
you,
Cohen.
sir, are quite
You
the
brought me
person.
into this. You brought me into
Yeah,
this. That's what happens now.
fine,
So yeah, there's Sweet
fine.
Time. That's Sweet Time. The title is in fact even its own line. It's
Sweet
crazy.
time.
Sweet Time.
But
Pretty
time,
good.
you know what? Let's not, okay. I think one of our future episodes should just be time.
Oh my God.
Just
Time would
time.
be crazy.
Because time, I don't believe in it. It's a human concept, right? It
Oh
is. It's a
yeah.
human
It
construct.
is.
Like, yes,
100%.
we
100.
age, yes, we die, but that's
Mm-hmm.
why we have time, right?
Yeah, that's why we have it.
Goddamn
You're
time.
exactly right.
I don't want to follow its swinging hips.
No, 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 no thanks. No thanks. No thanks,
I
sweet
don't know. I
Cohen. No
might though. I might be
thanks.
like, ooh,
Of course.
look at those swinging hips. I'd be like, can I come with you, time? Yep, I'm getting my accent again.
Nice, nice, nice,
All
nice. I
right.
love it.
So I think that I don't want to go too long.
Oh, yeah. It's
But I think
not
that
too
I
bad.
have a short poem um, that I wrote, and then we can go through it. I don't like it as much as my first one, but I'm not going to diss it because it is what it is, right? I did have a sonnet, but I'm not going to share the sonnet with you because it's like,
Oh,
it's a sonnet.
okay.
What, you want the
Oh.
sonnet?
Oh, you say,
Okay, you
isn't it
choose.
you say?
You get to hear you get to hear a sonnet,
Hmm.
which is what, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, three stanzas of four and one rhyming couplet. So it's 8, 9, 10 lines. Do you want
Oh,
the
yeah.
sonnet? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do the sonnet
Yeah, that's it. That's what I was gonna
because
say.
I
You gave me the
actually
choice.
love it. And
Oh,
it was
then great.
hard to do because sonnets are not easy, right? Because they have to play into like a, especially Shakespearean sonnets, like it has to play into a storyline. So you introduce something and then as you carry on, it goes into this other thing. So I want you to just like chat for 1 minute while I find this poem that I wasn't going to do, but I am now.
Yeah, you'll find it. So, we're here with the show, and next we're gonna do a couple more episodes. I don't really know about our schedule yet, but I just want to talk a little bit about that and just how fun we're having doing this. And I hope that this is a call to action to everyone. To if you're a poet, please contact us over at Speak It Slant. Sorry, that little tongue twister there. Or go follow Terriann on her Instagram. All that information is in the description box, and please share your stuff. We're going to release themes usually a couple days in advance, and that's how we're
Mhm.
trying to do the things. And we're going to try to follow a schedule eventually, but we're still a little bit chaos and chaotic. But that's how it is with this, and it's beautiful.
And if
Hence,
you like
why it
it,
is.
please share it. We just
Oh
want
yeah, of course,
conversation, right?
always.
Like if no one listens to us, that's fine too, because we're having a great time.
Yeah, but like we're in this we're on this soapbox together in this forest, and we're just hoping some people come along the path
They're
and
just like, I come into the forest and I'm seeing random people on a soapbox, and we're like,
yeah.
hello.
Yeah, hello. Would you like to share some of
Hello.
your
I
poetry
have
with
an
us?
outfit in this idea. Like if we're in a forest and we're on a soapbox,
Oh
like
my
I
God.
definitely am
That's a t-shirt.
wearing,
That's a t-shirt.
oh yeah, it's like a
If you're an
soapbox.
animator too, or a person who draws that image.
Oh my God, I would
That'd be
love that. I
amazing.
have like a million worlds in my head.
I know,
I
I know.
actually, yeah. Okay, so I did find the poem if we're ready. I think that like maybe we'll cap off with this. Cap off, is that
Well, we just made a new term in the
I'm
podcasting
gonna
world.
cap off. I'm gonna
Let's just
cap
cap
this
off.
poem off.
Cap this poem off.
I'm
Ooh.
just kidding.
We do not condone any capping off or anything like that.
I don't
Just
even know what that
this is
means.
all poetic.
All right. Okay, so this is a sonnet I wrote. And I'm proud of it because I've only written two sonnets in my life.
Wow, so it's one out of two, everyone. Here we go. The Book of Terriann.
I'm a little shy about
I
reading
love
it
it.
actually because
Oh,
I
I
feel
got you
like
squirming. First episode, I got you
I'm not
squirm.
squirming.
Oh, that was a squirm. If you
I'm
guys can
just
see the
shy.
video, please. Oh,
All
shy.
right.
Ah,
Okay, are we ready?
yes, absolutely.
Thanks. You look so happy right now with your smug face.
Yeah, yeah. It's gone now. It's
All
gone.
right. Okay. Beauty runs through me when I am with you. A warmness that eliminates sorrow. Bare danger of the lost and judged is true. Sink in the water and glimpse tomorrow. Bronze-hued ocean of incredible dark. Progress that allows calm in moments blue. Focus on innerness. One must embark, sinking, grabbing, all the light to pursue. But if in a moment of carelessness, precautions are thrown high into the wind, dark aqua distorts true love's endlessness. What brings pleasure will no longer be twinned. Forever happy sorrow, which brings truth, caution undone for perpetual youth. That's my sonnet.
That's very good.
Did it make sense?
Yep, I'm writing like crazy some of the lines. That's why I tend to. So if you don't notice and you're just listening on the podcast, I like writing some lines that really pop out all the time, and then that way I can bring back the discussion.
Mm-hmm.
For me, because I'm not as versed yet to kind of remember some of these lines. That's why I write them. So yeah, I was just busy writing them. But yeah, there's a lot of great stuff.
There's
Like
definitely a
incredible.
subject to this poem, and I'm not going to tell you, and I'm not going
I
to
don't want
tell
to.
anybody, but it's not a human subject. So,
That's
no,
okay. No, I never thought it was. I never thought it
no, but this
was.
is what's kind of magical about this is that my subject is something non-human. And so like if anybody were able to kind of care or decipher it, they might find there's a connection to themselves there maybe or something.
Yeah, I think you've
Um,
achieved that. Like it's
mhm,
really quite great. And like I think just like it is not a human thing because like it's something that's I liked what you said about it's seeking and grabbing. It's an it's. It's not a he or a her, it's an it's. It's something like
mhm.
that. And
Yeah.
like what brings pleasure to the twins? I don't remember what it was again. You said something about the pleasure of something in twins at the
I
end.
don't know.
Like
I don't know. Forever happy sorrow which brings truth,
yeah.
caution undone for perpetual youth.
Okay, that was that one of
There is a
them, yeah.
twinning. What brings pleasure will
Oh,
no
the
longer,
twinning, yes, the twinning.
yeah, what brings
Yeah, that
pleasure
was
will no longer be twinned, right?
oh yeah, that's so good. That's
Thanks.
amazing. That can just be broken down. Oh yeah, that's gonna be the line I'm gonna be thinking about all night now too. And also the incredible dark, I think. Or you said something about the incredible dark
Bronze-hued
or
ocean of incredible dark. So like
yeah, bro, that's
thinking
number
of
two.
like a liquid of like a an ocean filled with um darkness as you look down into it, but it's got like a
Yeah.
bronze hue. You know what I
Meaning
mean?
it has a reflection. Something dark has a reflection. Like
Perhaps.
that's that well, that's just whether it does or not is just visually crazy beautiful. Well, to me at least.
I'm
Actually
glad you
seeing an
liked
ocean,
it.
just seeing an ocean of it and stuff. Yeah, it's pretty good. So there's a couple lines in there that I'm definitely gonna. I don't want to decipher it. I'm actually gonna look at it, long for it, and just it's gonna
And
go away. And that's the whole beauty of
not
it,
put it into a prison of
Oh no way, never.
yeah,
I think
good.
that's rule number one with poetry, right? Isn't it rule number one? Like
Well, it's beauty. That's what we're talking
just
about. You can't
yeah.
imprison beauty.
No, never imprison beauty. Beauty does not deserve that harsh of a treatment.
But why does it get treated so harshly all the time?
I know. It's so weird. That's the weirdest thing of it all. I don't
It's
like that. I
because it's
hate
the
that.
longing and the need to own. It's an
Yeah, I don't
ownership
like
thing.
ownership. I don't like ownership. I
I know
think
you don't, but
mm,
like people are
no,
always
but people
longing
do
for these
because it's
beautiful
this. The,
things.
I know. But yeah, it's also historical. So everything you go to a museum and you see all these Napoleon with all of his fucking fancy shit and whatever, and you
Napoleon,
see all
how
the
ironic when he wanted to like,
yeah,
stop the monarch and that kind of bullshit.
yeah,
And then he
yeah,
comes in, he's like,
bullshit.
oh, and now I'm going to be the emperor,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like,
exactly,
let me have
exactly,
that crown. Sticks it on his head.
totally. Yeah,
Mary's
he's like,
like, not even Josephine, who he was completely
oh,
in love with.
yeah, like what the hell is that all about?
Oh, that pissed me off, Napoleon.
Baloney, baloney, Napoleon. And you're
Yeah,
not
so
even a
he
good,
was
not
like,
even a good, yeah.
well, he had good meaning. And then all of a sudden, as soon as he got into a position of power, he longed for the beauty and to own it all, right? Because he had nothing else to own anymore. He already got where he wanted to go. So therefore, he had to own anything beautiful that he could. And that's the problem with power, right?
Yeah, he gives real life a really bad name sometimes.
I like his letters that he wrote to Josephine. I think they're
Oh
so
yeah,
freaking cute. Like I'm just like, aw. And I like that he didn't go up that mountain on a horse. He was on a donkey. I like that part. Like he was a human, and people always say like he was very short and blah, but he was an average sized guy,
average
you
size
know?
guy.
It's just
Yeah.
funny how history paints people, right,
Oh
into
yeah.
these things. But like what you can get out of it is like there were letters that were found that he actually wrote. So if you read letters that people wrote, that's the best way that you can get to understand them in ways because it's them and it wasn't supposed to go anywhere. It's like people reading our text messages in the future. They'd be like someone somehow they break into all these things and people are looking through all our texts and they're like, holy crap, right? How would
Yeah.
you
Oh
know? Like
yeah.
those letters were not meant to be read
No, they were
by
not.
anybody but Josephine.
Yeah.
And
I
like,
that I love the most.
right?
Yeah, totally.
Uh,
Wow.
Napoleon riding his horse.
Napoleon.
How did we even
Not a
get onto the
very
topic of Napoleon?
I guess he had somebody who like pushed him up, I guess, or maybe he was quite athletic, who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Or maybe he taught the horse to lean down, lean forward, I don't know.
Like bow, hello, Napoleon.
Bow hello, and then you just jump right on top.
Yeah, why not?
Not a very good ice cream though. I don't like like Neapolitan is almost like Napoleon ice cream. I always found. I
Oh,
was a little kid. I was thinking that, and I
what's
think
your
it's a.
favorite? Chocolate, vanilla, or strawberry?
Oh,
I
so I
know
have
what
to
my
choose
favorite
out
is.
of three. I have to choose out of the three. Okay.
Yeah, your very favorite flavor, not like the Napoleon
No,
mix.
no, 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 no. Just maybe strawberry.
Yes,
Maybe
that is the
strawberry.
best flavor.
Yeah, yeah.
Strawberry,
Although
then
vanilla is a
vanilla,
flavor, but
and
yeah.
then
Oh, yeah,
chocolate.
because vanilla is a flavor. Yeah.
I don't like them all mixed together.
Oh no, mix? Are you joking?
It's
Oh
gross.
no,
Like,
strawberry or
why?
bust.
Yeah,
Strawberry or
like
bust.
I know, I know. Anyway,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, you see, there we go. So I think that's it.
Yeah, I think so
I
too. Should
think we
we
can
end with
call it.
do we want to do a poem on the fly? Let's do a two-liner.
Okay, tuna. Yeah, shorter would be sweeter.
And my
Like
little
like
hat.
strawberry ice cream. Oh, she caps off with
Um,
a hat.
I know I love tiny hats because they're so absurd and make absolutely no
Oh,
sense.
if you want to send a hat to Terriann, let us know and we'll
I
send
have,
the tiniest as possible.
honestly, I
Oh yeah,
have about 100 hats.
we should do a carnival festival of hats
Just
or poems on hats. Poems on hats.
poems on hats. All right,
One of our last
let's
episodes.
let's do our poems on hats. Everybody's like, you're out. You
Yeah,
guys
you're
have
out.
nothing left.
It's like
You guys
episode
should just
3000. It's
quit.
hats. Yeah. After 3000 episodes, we're about to do hat. That's the finale. We've now nailed ourselves to that now. If we ever have it,
Oh my God, just a
I
poem
don't
on hat. I
know.
bet you there are brilliant poems about hats.
There might be. There may be
Oh, there
some that
has
just
to
destroy
be.
us.
I'm sure I have
Yeah.
a poem about a hat somewhere, like tip my
You
hat
might.
to you, sir. Something like
Ooh.
that.
Ooh. Oh
I
my
tip my
God.
hat to you, sir, as you roam through
That's
the
pretty
streets
good.
with your gun. I tried to get into a bar fight, but you said there will be none. See, there's a poem about hats.
Oh, I was about to say that's line one.
I just made that up.
Oh, so
Okay.
we're not going to do a. Oh, okay.
No, oh no, no, no. Let's just let's not.
What have we
Maybe
done?
what is
That's
going on?
amazing.
Is
No,
this
two lines
real
are
life?
good.
Is this
This is real life. Hey,
life?
that's real life. Real life. No, let's do two lines. Two lines is good. I
Okay.
like two.
Do
Two's
you want to
fun.
be the starter?
Sure.
I
Yeah.
like how you laughed at that.
hmm
Hmm.
Um, the silver copper wall lured me in.
A silver copper wall lured me in, promising me that I have no sin.
That's so good.
Yeah,
Oh my God, what the fuck? Oh,
I know,
sorry. But
right?
yeah, like what the
Oh,
hell? You
you
know, like
swore once.
yeah, no, I make a little list. I swore it a couple times. Just that one was like
Oh man,
I should have just kept with it, but it's okay. Oh my God, that was so good.
I like it. Okay,
Nice
I'd
job.
say that
Nice job.
we wrap it up.
Time to wrap it
It's
up.
time to wrap it up. Okay. I hope that
Yeah.
everybody enjoyed their time tonight on Speak It Slant. We enjoyed meeting
Yeah.
with you. For people that are listening, one of them is probably my mom. Thanks, Mom. I love you. I love
Oh,
you
so thank you,
very
Mom. Thank.
much.
Oh, and thanks
Anybody that's
everybody.
interested
Yeah.
in sharing their pieces with us or any ideas, just comments or whatever, that would be fantastic. We would love to hear from you. So thanks a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, everybody. And be sure to like and follow and all those good things. Follow us on Spotify or anywhere that you listen to podcasts. And if you're on YouTube and watching this, give this thing a like. Also, subscribe to us too. We love that as well. And leave a comment in your thoughts over on YouTube or wherever you find us on Instagram or anywhere where we have the comments. And we love hearing back from you.
Yeah. So just get out there and make sure you're speaking it slant.
Speak its land.
Speak it slant.
Speak your truth, but speak it slant.